Everyone, I'm Derek for Crawdaddy Magazine, and we just wrapped up a session with 3 very talented singer-songwriters who are here with us. They were kind of stick around and answer some questions, so if you guys could go around and introduce yourselves, that'd be great.
My name is Allison Weiss.
My name is Lelia Broussard.
My name is Bess Rogers.
Welcome. So you guys are just kind of in the midst of your West Coast version of the Quest for Glory tour. Mm-hmm. How did that come about? Were you guys friends before, or how did you guys all pair up to go out on tour together?
Who's going to take this
We
one?
kind of met, we met through mutual friends / the internet / playing gigs together.
Yeah, well, we both of us knew Bess, but Allison and I didn't know each other.
Bess was the link between Lilia and I.
I was like, I like this person and I like this person. Let's bring, in that scenario, one of you would be on the other side. That's the way it was back then. So, and I brought everybody together for a tour, and luckily we all really liked each other.
Yeah.
So.
We wanted to have a blast, so we decided to call it the Quest for Glory, and, go on a quest for glory. It's not just a tour, it's a quest.
Yeah.
So, glory. Okay.
It's interactive.
So I've got to ask about the whole knighting thing. Mm-hmm. What's the story behind that? Or if you could at least give a background of what it is.
Well, we wanted to do something that was like interactive and fun and ridiculous, I think, during the show. And since we named it the Quest for Glory Tour, we just decided that we should bring people up on stage and perform a knighting ceremony and make them knights.
We're very qualified to perform knighting ceremonies.
You're royalty?
So we pass out these applications, and people can tell us their name and their kingdom and the reason we should knight thee. And then everybody puts it into a cauldron of truth. And then the cauldron of truth decides who shall be the knight that evening. And we perform a very secret and spectacular ceremony.
It's also very legitimate.
Also sacred.
Sacred.
Yes.
Also sacred. And we have a crown and a sword, and it's pretty legit. So.
And then that person's life is forever changed.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So when did you guys start playing music and writing songs and things like that? And was there like a particular moment or influence that inspired you to get started?
I am mostly influenced by my feelings and emotions and the need to get them out into the world via song. And I've been doing that since I was in high school.
I've been singing since I can't remember when I wasn't singing. I was always like annoying my mother incessantly by just always singing. But I started playing, writing and playing songs when I was a teenager, and it just kind of felt like a natural thing, and it just happened. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
My story is similar, both of yours.
Emotions and
Emotions and
feelings.
just always doing it. I started playing, my mother played the harpsichord, and I started playing that when I was like 5 or 6, and then I cycled through sort of a variety of instruments.
That's pretty badass.
My first instrument was the harpsichord.
Oh, wow. No big deal.
It's no big deal. So, but then I started playing guitar and writing songs when I was like 13. What's so funny?
It's just ridiculous. That's your first instrument. I love it.
It's the truth. So I've noticed a kind of a tie between the 3 of you is your lyrical content kind of revolves around relationships and kind of finding yourself and that kind of thing. How much of it is pulled from autobiographical? How much of it is like more narrative observations?
Mine is sort of a combination of both. Some just varies from song to song. I think sometimes I pull from other situations that aren't always mine, but always sort of relate a big part of that to myself, and I feel like if I couldn't relate to a situation, I wouldn't really be able to write a song about it. Well, so
I concur, but I've also written stuff that has nothing to do with me, which can be fun, but like for my most recent record, I feel like pretty much all of the songs they're just all about me,
So far, all of the music I've ever written is 100% autobiographical, which is either really awesome or really depressing. So.
Well, you got to get the emotions out. Right?
Exactly. I feel like I've been sounding like all my music is just like me crying when it comes to guitar. It's not.
Well, I've also noticed that you guys are big on the social media to kind of promote yourselves and your music, and at Crowd80, we're kind of big fans of what BandCamp does, and you guys all have stuff on your own BandCamp page and stuff like that. So I was just kind of curious of how you see sites like BandCamp, what they mean for the future of the music industry, both as artists and as on the business end of things, and how you've seen it benefit your career as a musician.
Allison?
I'll take this one. I love the internet. I love websites like BandCamp because I feel like it's the future of the music industry. You no longer need a record label to release something that people are going to love and listen to all over the world. Because like in the past, you needed somebody to pay for you to get your music out there. But if you have an awesome record and you're savvy when it comes to the internet, you can throw something online for free, and next thing you know, it's everybody's favorite thing across the whole internet. So websites like BandCamp allow people to do that, you know, like I said, without a label. You put it up there yourself, and if you want to charge, you can make all the money yourself. You can collect those valuable email addresses, which are linked to people who will hopefully come see you play in the future, and it's all by yourself from your own laptop.
Awesome. Do you have
Agreed.
anything to add? That was
So-
pretty well done.
Yeah, you know.
I agree.
Agreed. Concur.
You're welcome.
Well, I've also kind of seen that you guys are kind of, when it comes to playing gigs, you're the type that just are all about getting as much as you can, playing anywhere, anytime, from coffee shops to open mics to house party that you're going to play tonight.
Yeah.
What can you remember back to what your first gig was like, and what you've learned along the way up until this Quest for Glory tour?
My first gig was horrific.
Really?
I was going to say horrible, but then I changed to horrific in the middle of that, so it sounded weird.
Good decision.
That's a better word, I feel like.
It was because I wasn't horrible was not enough to describe. No, I mean, I feel like I started out playing like a lot of open mics, coffee shops, and stuff like that. And this particular gig, I showed up and there was no amplification at all. They just didn't. They didn't have any microphones or like a PA system. And it was my first ever gig playing in front of people ever, and it was a really loud coffee shop, so it was so sad. I just sat in the corner with no microphone and played to nobody while they talked over me.
That's sad.
And I feel like I feel like you have to sort of have those experiences and pay your dues to be able to appreciate when things are better and not take that for granted. And
When you find the glory?
when you find the glory,
Yeah,
you
it's all that
really
much better, you know?
know how glorious it actually is.
Do you guys have any horrific
I mean,
stories about your first gig?
I don't know, like, I don't know, like, what my first actual gig was, because I too played like lots of open mics. Like every week I would go to this place, and it was like a really cool open mic, and I met a lot of people, and that's how I kind of got comfortable playing on a stage or a stage. Stage. It's just being fancy. So, but yeah, I mean, and then I don't know, and then that kind of led to gigs, which some of them were subsequently horrible, and then some of them were good. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I mostly just played a lot of open mics and was nervous every time, and eventually got over that. I think also playing open mics helped me learn to talk to the audience, because nobody else did that sort of thing. They would just get up there and like play their 2 songs and then get off the stage. It was really boring. So I knew that like in that span of 3 songs, I needed to like make people love me. So I would try and be funny and like talk about the songs and make them more memorable than just a girl with an acoustic guitar. Yeah, I guess that's what I've learned. I do remember my very first gig ever was playing the West Hall High School band, whatever, I forget what it's called, West Hall High School Band Fest, and it was like me and my pop punk band, and it was the worst, and my guitar was out of tune, but I didn't have a tuner, so I tried to tune it like by ear through the speakers,
But that's
and it was horrible for everyone. Also, the drummer's cymbals fell over, so I yelled at him, and then we started the song over.
Well,
It was great.
well, thanks for stopping by. You guys what's the latest project you guys are working on that you want to kind of maybe shout out to?
I just finished an EP, so I'm sort of like looking to the future now this winter, like starting to record a new record.
Will that go up on your BandCamp page?
It will,
Awesome.
when it happens.
My record just came out on November 2nd, and it's called Masquerade. So that's what I'm doing.
It's really good.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Allison?
I'm coming up on the 1-year anniversary of my most recent record. It's still relevant. It's still pretty good. So I'm still playing those songs. But I'm also recording a new EP in February, I believe, and taking some time off this winter to write some more songs about my new emotions.
Great. Well, thanks for stopping by, and good luck with the quest for glory. And
Thank
hopefully
you.
we'll be seeing more of you in the future.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys.